Hello, welcome to Scalemodeling, and welcome to the review of this Martini Brabham BT44B from 1975 Formula One car from Tamiya. And this is a 1/12 big scale series. Okay, so if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you like it at the end, give us a thumbs up. That'd be fantastic. And your comments are welcome below. All right, so before we get into this, I do want to show you another one of the big series from Tamiya collection, 1/12 scale, and this was the Tyrrell. Okay, you can get an idea of the size of that. There it is there. So I built this on the channel. If you would like to go and see the unboxing and the video series of this build, I'll put the link up in the corner there, and you can have a look at that. So we're going to build a car of a similar size, same scale anyway. All right, so let's take a look at this box. Looks like we have cartograph, which will be for the Decals. So that's great. This is number 42 in the series. You'd really have to go to the website to check out what other vehicles there are. Here we've got obviously 1/12 scale, highly detailed static display model. Movable suspension, incorporates coil springs. Working steering wheel is linked to the front wheels. So was the Tyrrell that I built. Okay. Highly detailed V8 engine includes fuel pipes and ignition cables, which I can tell you does look fantastic on the other model and looks really good on here. We've got the front fairing, cockpit fairing, induction box are all detachable. So these can all be come off and displayed beside the model if you want to. We've got cloth stickers, which are the actual racing harnesses for the seat. And photo etched parts. There's a few photo etched parts in there. And it's got realistic depicting the seat belts because they've got photo etched buckles in there as well for the seat belts. And there's two types of markings included. We'll have a look at that when we get in here into the kit and the instructions. All right, so there's not much really. There's a side view of the vehicle there. It's pretty plain. On the back there, we've got a top-down view. And there's a shot there of the stacks for the carburetors, intake stacks. Okay, so let me get the lighting set up here and we'll come back and we'll take a look inside the box. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I just noticed down in the corner here we've got the length, 355 millimeters or 35 centimeters. It's 160 millimeters wide and nearly 11 centimeters high. Okay, that's not the box. The box itself is almost 50 centimeters in length. It is quite a big box. All right, let's have a look on the inside. Okay, so we have the instructions. We'll take a look at those after we go through the parts. All right, starting over here, we've got metal transfers, aluminium air funnels. Okay, there's photo etch there, and some of those parts I can see there would be the seat belt latches and the buckle. And it looks like probably have a few little location points that go on the body, probably where the screws are to remove the panels. That's what they would be. They're all seat belt parts there that I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's look inside. I don't know what those decals are they're talking about, but they're the funnels in there. Okay, and some metal parts, we'll check that out. And there's the cloth seat belts, and they look really, really good. Okay, so we'll put that aside and look at that. Let me, we'll go through these one at a time, and we'll probably start with the bag here with the wheels and all sorts of bits and pieces. Let me get this out of the way. I'll be back again in a sec. Okay, so let's begin with the bag. Let's have a look what's in here. Now, this kit came out in 1975, which is what the Formula One car is all about. But this version of the kit was in 2021. It's the latest. It says new parts, but I don't know what that is. So anyway, so here we got some nice thick tires. They're Goodyear tires. See the front and rear. They look very nice. Yeah, very nice. There's a way you can use like a Dremel or sandpaper to take away that center seam. I did that on the Tyrrell I built. You can watch that video and have a look. We've got some different tubing here, probably for things like brake lines and hydraulic fluids and things like this. We've got clear hose here for fuel lines, I think that would be. Screws and springs in here. As it mentioned, the suspension is fully workable. You can press the whole car up and down and the suspension all works. There's probably parts of these would be also be spark plug leads as well. So that's all good. I'll put these separate in the tires in their own bag. That bag's no good anymore. Use this for these. Okay. See what else we've got. Okay, so we've got a white sprue here. And obviously we've got some body panels. There's around the cockpit. Looks like the side fairings. Some other areas there. Maybe a rear wing on the back. I will open this so we can see these better. Okay. Now I've just noticed another packet in there with clear parts. There's the windscreen, which is a tinted windscreen. It looks quite nice. I won't take these out of the packet. And not sure what those are, but some other clear parts, two other clear parts in there. These look quite good. Nice crisp plastic, no flashing on that at all. Let me just adjust my camera so we can see the white a bit better. Okay, that's a bit better. So there you get an idea of how nice the plastic is on those panels. Very, very good. We'll grab the other white piece while we're at it, so I don't have to adjust the camera again. So here's the chassis, I would guess this would be. Okay, that out. There it is. It looks good. So there's actually two pieces here. There's tape holding them together. That's a good idea to keep them secure. That'll be the base of the car, of the Formula One car, and this will be where I'm assuming the seat will go. There's some nice rivet detail on there as well. All right, we do have one more sprue that's white in here. We'll grab that. There we go. And I'll open that up. There. All right, so here we looks like we've got the rear spoiler there. Again, very nice plastic. Looks like a fire extinguisher there, all in one piece. Nice size. Not sure what these parts here are. There's some smaller bits in there, also white. They look like the attachment points for the panels because they say that the panels are removable on the side of the vehicle, on the side of the car. So that's probably what that is. All right, let me readjust my camera and we'll have a look at some of the darker colored sprues. Be back in a sec. Okay, so we got some black plastic sprues here. Two in here. These look like engine and suspension parts, and now I see a steering wheel. Let's have a look at this one. There we go. So obviously we've got some radiators here. Does look like possibly parts of the swing arms and parts of the suspension all in there. There's our steering wheel. This is probably the steering rack and pinion. There's, it looks like, yeah, that would be the dash there. The gauges will go. Beautiful condition, beautiful, nice, clean sprues there. Looks good. This other one here is all engine parts again. There's the main, looks like the main sides of the engines there. We've got radiator or oil coolers, whichever they are, more suspension arms and so forth. And yeah, again, minimal cleanup. That's going to be really nice to work with. Okay, we got another sprue here. This one here, which looks like the wheels and the exhaust. Pop this one out and have a look. And we got, looks like the seat in here as well. Yep. Yeah. Now that seat, look at that. Wow. So that's actually rubber. It's a rubber seat. How about that? I mean, you wouldn't even need to paint that. I'd just put that in as it is. Put your seat belts in there. That's really nice. Look at that. It's all rubber. Nice touch. I'm not sure what these are. They could be the like the wheel nuts, maybe 4 of them. Not sure. But yeah, that's really good. There's our rims. So there's all our rims there and our exhaust pipes. Very nice. Nice detail on the rims. Let's take those huge tires. Looks good. What else we got? There's another dark. There's one in here. Let's open this up. And all right. So from building the last one of these Formula One cars, these are part of the steering rods connections for probably the front wheels, because that's all the steering wheels operate the front wheels, so these will all connect together. This is like the rack and pinion here. So as you turn the wheel, it'll slide across and pull this left and right, and that'll turn the wheels. Everything connects onto that. Yeah, really nice. These would be the sway bars. Sway bar there, maybe a rear one there. Looks like. Again, nice. So that's the black sprues. Now we've got some silver coloured one here. I don't recognise what that is. That may be part of where the seat goes in the cockpit. I remember. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what that would be. Probably part of your gearbox and transmission, I would imagine. Some of these parts. Again, nice pieces. Everything's there. Nothing's coming off. Everything's well packed. That's one thing I've noticed. It's well packed. Some nice detail there. You can see all the studs all on that. Looks great. Yeah. Okay. Well, we haven't finished yet. We've got another small one here. This looks like disc brakes. Open that up. Look. There we go. So the disc brakes look quite good. Nice detail on those. Really good. There's the carburetor funnels, which we'll have a look at. They're actually in metal parts to replace them. This looks like the roll bar. goes over the top. Yeah, definitely looks like the roll bar. It's going to sit over the driver. That's probably the support for it there. Yeah, and this will be the gear shift that runs down the right hand side. There's the gear shifter there, the control arm. I say, very, very good. All right, now there's more. We have another one of this size. Certainly quite a lot of parts to this, and very detailed build. I mean, they don't miss anything. If the last one is anything to go by, every part of the real car is here in plastic put together, literally. So these look like more of the suspension, possibly the brakes, I would say. These look like the brake calipers. Not sure what these small parts are, but yeah, this looks like part of the steering there. And that looks really good. Yeah, some bits I don't recognize. Possibly the rear view mirrors would go there, on there, yeah. It's good. And still some more. We have this one. This looks like definitely the engine, more of the engine here. Open that up. Look. Beautiful. Look at the detail in that. Okay? That would just look so good once you get some highlighting in there and a bit of weathering. And there's the two cylinder heads. Some more parts there. It's like a oil cooler of some sort. Part of the transmission that connects to it. All your parts are there. Fantastic. I'm sure there's like a distributor or something there. Starter motor. And very detailed. Look at that. You know, something I like doing with these engines is I prime them in a black primer, and then I'll go over and spray them whatever metallic color you choose or they recommend. And it shows that the black underneath shows that shadow detail, gives it that more 3D effect, even though it is 3D, but it just gives a bit more depth to it, more real. But yeah, so that's all the sprues. Let me move these out of the way and we'll come back and have a look at the decals. Okay, we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so let's have a look at these decals. I'm curious to know what that one there is. So to do that, we will have to open it. All right, I'll get these out, then I'll come back. I should have done that in the first place. Back in a sec. Okay, that's better. Should have done that in the first place. So there's our decals. Look at them. They look really good. As they are cartograph. Very nice. And I'm just looking for a date on these. It does say 1975 or 6. Yeah. But they look really nice and crisp and bright. They look really, really good on the card. And there's what the smaller one was, the Goodyear decals there, which probably go on the rear wing. I'm not too sure. But yeah, looks good. Okay, let's take a look at the manual. All right, we'll be back in a sec. All right, before we go to the manual, I almost forgot about all this. These are our brass metal parts, our photo etch, and our seat belts. Now we'll take these out. Look. I won't take these out of the plastic, but there's our cloth seat belts. They're going to look fantastic. Really nice. Yeah. And in here we also have, tape them in well. There we go. And there's our photo etch. So that's all the main center buckle and all the other buckles to go on the seat belts. And these look like some of the studs or connection points that go on the body panels that they, undo to take off the side panels and so forth. So yeah, nice bit of photo etch, a nice touch. What else do we have? And oh, we got these. Replace the plastic ones of this. Yep. Well stuck in. There we go. All right. Now, these are for the carburetors. So they'll look better than the plastic, or certainly save having to paint them. They can just go straight on, so they'll look good. Air filters, I guess they will be called. These parts here, I don't know what they are. Let me put my other glasses on. So there's something written on one of them. Oh, there's a number. There's a number there, but the rest are just plain. I don't know what they are. We'll check that out in the instructions. Okay, which is what we're going to have a look at now. I'll just move these to the side. So I'll look at these. Now, first of all, we got the usual Tamiya tech tips that just run through the usual how to drill holes, how to trim pieces up, take plaster off, a little bit on painting and tools you need. That everybody should know most of that. Now we also have this, which is the parts. That shows you all the trees, all the numbers. This one here looks like attach to tag the parts before assembly will make them easy to keep track of. Oh, isn't that great? They've Tamiya have stolen my idea. If you go back and look through my videos, I always tag my sprues with a number. I'll just quickly show you what I mean. I'm currently working on another model at the moment, and you'll see that with the tag on there because it's so hard to see, you know. And here it's the first time I've noticed instructions where they've telling people to do that. So, there we go. I should have paid attention to the idea, shouldn't I? Anyway, so there we go. There's all our bits and pieces. I don't see, oh, there's the tires, but I don't see those metal discs on here on the other side. So we'll have to keep an eye out on the instructions what they're for. Not a problem. So that aside, now let's get the manual out. Okay. There we go. Let me just adjust my camera again for the whiteness. Okay, instructions. So the Martini Brabham BT44B 1975 1/12 big scale. Okay. So we've got a bit of history of it all here. Let's take a look in pages. Lots of Japanese history there. Recommended tools. Nothing out of the ordinary. Does look like we'll have to drill a hole. They're saying 2mm, so we'll have to remember that. And we need a screwdriver as well. I didn't see one included. Sometimes they do include a screwdriver amongst all your little screws and things. Didn't see one there. Painting. So we've got some stuff here about painting it, all about the color scheme and so forth. So that's interesting. Applying decals, undercoating, photo etch parts, all the stuff you need for the tools there and your cement. There you go. So over we go. Read before assembly. Basically telling you to study the instructions and so forth. A good idea. And so we have two types of car we're building here. We can choose which one. We've got one which will be A. So anything you see through the instructions that have an A or a B will refer to which one it's referring to. They're both 1975, but the A1, and they're saying they're referring to page 15 and 16, so we'll see that later in the instructions, is the Brazilian Grand Prix, and the B version is the German Grand Prix. So that's where you make your decision there. And we go on with assembly. Okay, now they do mention here not used, so there will be some parts that are not used, including some decals. So don't worry if there's some left over. Starting on the front suspension. Okay, so we'll go through this fairly quickly. We haven't even looked at the or seen a paint guide yet. Let me just quickly look to the back. Anything there? The back. Yeah. But I haven't suggested any colours. Did I miss that somewhere? The other page here. And here they are. Paints required. All right. So you'll need to know this. So we're basically gloss aluminium. You're going to need a pure white. We've got semi-gloss black. There's a red colour there. Obviously, they're suggesting all Tamiya paints. We've got black, white, blue, and red. There's a chrome silver, a semi-gloss black, and a flat black, flat white, flat aluminium, and metallic grey, and a clear red. So there's all your colours, okay? Now, I'm going to be using the Outlaw Paints, which is there, Outlaw Paints. I got a special made up one here where they put the label of Scalemodeling on it. And this is the Scalemodeling white, which has been matched to the exact colour we want for this, for the white. I also have the aluminium, the gloss black. Every other colour will be with the Outlaw Paints. But to give you an idea, that just give that a quick shake and you'll see the colour come out. There it is there. Now it's looking a bit, yeah, not so white because I've got the colour toned down because of the white pages here. But yeah, it's beautiful white. So there we go. Outlaw Paints is an option there if you want to get some really nice quality acrylic lacquer paints for this. Okay. All right. Let's get on to steps quickly. Going through, as I said, front suspension we're beginning with. Like they do, they've got left and right, so we've got to keep them separated. Keep them separated. Good song. We've got our part numbers and our colours, everything you need to know, all there. Down here, we've got the attaching body underside parts. There's areas here where we do not cement. Okay, and there's section bits we need to cut off. I think I saw something hanging off that need to be cut. There's areas that we do not cement. Remember that? This looks like part of the steering mechanism here. So that's all going to be done. Again, the left and right, which you put together up here, it looks like they're getting attached down in here. Step 3, we've got some more, looks like some of the firewall going in the back here. It looks like a, not sure what that is. It's the bulkhead attaching the rear bulkheads going in there. There's a pump going in there. There's our control arm for the steering mechanism. That's good. Some little notes there. Attaching the front dampers. So that's your front suspension going on, the springs, how they go together. The front bulkheads going in here. All right, that looks like the battery. Yes, it is. There we go, battery. Going across here, we've got the cockpit now. There it is there. That looks like the fire extinguisher going in. That's decals to apply. So we've got a few decals that need to be, got to keep an eye out for that as well. Just watch out for that arrow so you know where decals go as you go through the build. There's an oil tank going in there. The upper arms for the front. The radiator. It's all the radiator going on. Over here, attaching the radiator. And there's a fire extinguisher going in there. I don't know what that was. That might have been the pump that we put together in the previous step. Here we got the front uprights. So they're going on. It looks like the discs and disc brakes are going on there. Attaching the front uprights going on. There's some of the vinyl tubing. It's telling you what size. And there it is there. There's the lengths that you need to cut. So 160 millimeters, 16 centimeters. You just line it up on there, cut. There it is. There's 3 of them. Metal transfers. There's those metal transfers. They are for the dash. Okay, they are for the dash, and then your decal goes over the top of them. So that's a nice touch. They should look really good. Yeah. Going over now, touching the front stabilizer rods. Okay, here we've got the engine. It's funny, step 13 was start on the engine. I remember building the Tyrrell. I think it was the first step was starting the engine. It was putting the engine together. So that's all going together. There's an order to put them together as well. Keep an eye out for that. Number 1, 2, 3, then 4. You don't want to get stuck putting them gluing them in the wrong order and get a piece that won't go in. That's all going on. There's a starter motor there, oil filter there. There's another part of the engine here going in. There's all the transmission parts. You can see how detailed that is. Here we got rear brake discs going on. Nice. Attaching the transmission to the engine. There's our valve covers going on the side of the engine there. I saw them in the black sprue. They looked really nice. They're Ford. It's a Ford engine, so we could do the little name on there as well, like the dry brush, get that to stand out. Here we got attaching throttle plates. There we go, the air funnels going on. Remembering we've got the metal ones for that. This is obviously the get it right, distributor with the spark plug leads all going in. There's all our spark plug leads running around and also fuel line going in. We've got a wiring map here, so that makes it easy. Good. You see the detail. You see what I mean by the detail. Amazing. Attaching the engine. So now we're actually attaching the engine to the vehicle. It's looking good. No exhaust pipes on there yet. Cabling. So there's some more cables. Looks like fuel lines and bits and pieces need to be all attached onto the engine there. There's the exhaust going on. So there they are. We do one side there. Is it all on one side? No, there's both sides. Yeah, that's the exhaust left. Up here's exhaust right. Very nice. There's that sway bar I mentioned before. More of the attaching rods for the steering. All right. Rear uprights are going in here. There's a screw you need to use there. Here we've got attaching the rear uprights with the suspension. Over the page, the rear wing. Rear wing? Oh, they're the supports for the rear wing, possibly. Don't know why. No, that's for the suspension there. I think they've labeled that wrong. These are all suspension arms. There's nothing to do with rear wing there. Here's the rear wing here. Okay, so that's getting put together there. The oil coolers. Down here, attaching the oil coolers and the rear wing. Yes, they've got that right. There it is all going on. All right. Seat belt. So there's all the photo etch for the seat belt, the buckle and everything. They'll all get done. There's our cloth seat belts. Seat belts 2. So they're just showing there how to fold them and glue them and where they go. Obviously, they're down on the seat, and then there's the shoulder harnesses as well, matching them all in there. They look really good. There's our wheels, front wheels and rear wheels going on. Tires going onto the rims. That's good. I'm getting close, I think. That was step 29. Step 30. All right, so the seat's going in. It is saying not to glue that in. There's a hole for it to poke through, so that can be removed if you want. We've got the wheels going on. Obviously, don't glue them. We want them to turn. There's the glue, little don't glue symbols. The nose cowling. So that's all getting put together. And then I guess there we go. Front cowling here with the windscreen. Those two pieces were the rear view mirrors, and there's the little mirrors to go over the top of them. Induction box. It's where your air intake sits up behind the driver. Not sure what that symbol means. I can't remember. I've seen it somewhere before. Oh, that's metal. That's photo etch. So there's a bit of photo etch going on that as well. Now, with that, the steering wheel's going on, step 33, and attaching the cowlings. So they don't get glued on. So they'll just sit down in place and they should be right. It's got attached cowlings with the wheels in neutral position, which would be just straight ahead. So yeah, there must be like little pins where these panels will connect on. That's it. And here we've got the markings and painting, which you would have already done painting anyway, and probably some of the markings, the decals going on here. So there's two different versions, two different drivers we've got with their names. So we've got Carlos, I think it's Routman, and Carl, and another Carlos Pace, depending which one you're building. Lots of decals all the way through. Bits of photo etch. Those little connectors to remove the body, those photo etch, that's what they were, they go on. And there's the other markings for the, oh, okay, so that's the Brazilian Grand Prix version. And then we go over to the German Grand Prix version. And that is it. Wow, how about that? Let me just get this all sorted. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so there it is. The unboxing and review of the Tamiya 1/12 scale Martini Brabham BT44B. Looks like a great kit. I can't wait to get started on this. I'm doing a model at the moment. This could quite possibly be the next build on my list. This will be in a playlist, and that's where all the different levels of build will go when it's done. So depending on when you see this video, depends on whether this is built or not, or in the progress of being built. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notifications bell so you get notified of when the videos go up. Every week I do a live stream, so check out my live streams as well. You're welcome to come and join in and say hello and catch up on what I'm up to, and we chat about everything and anything. What else do I have to let you know? Comments. If you've got any comments, please write them down below. If you've built this, let me know how it went, and if you had any problem or any good things. I couldn't find much in the way of aftermarket for this. I'm sure there is stuff available, but it comes pretty much like I could build this straight out of the kit and be happy with the result of that. I'm fairly sure. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, also Outlaw Paints. That's what I'll be using. They're available most places around the world at the moment. Definitely here in Australia and the UK now, and also in America, and Europe is on its way. Check out that. We also have a Facebook Hangout group page as well. I'll put the link down in the description. You're welcome to join that. That's for subscribers to the channel, where I can see what you're doing. Post your pictures up of what models you're working on and share it amongst everybody. I'll also post videos and information of what's coming up on the channel as well. All right, everybody, thank you very much. And it's a great kit. Get out there and grab one. I think it's going to be fantastic, and hopefully I can get building onto it, get it built soon. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you all. Bye for now. Cheers.